Jake is standing on a doorstep. His doorstep. Well, it used to be his. 2007. Before Iraq. Before the ambush. Before 6 years of hell. The house looks the same. White. 2 stories. Suburban Virginia. But different. The garden is better maintained. New car in the driveway. Swing set in the yard. Jake doesn't remember a swing set. His hand is raised. Ready to knock. But he can't. Can't move. What if she's not home? What if she is? What does he say? Hi, I'm back from the dead? 6 years is a long time. Long enough to grieve. Long enough to move on. Jake knows this. Expects this. But he needs to see her. Needs to know she's okay. That she's happy. That his death, his absence, didn't destroy her. He knocks. Waits. Hears footsteps inside. A woman's voice. Coming. Sarah's voice. Jake's heart stops. The door opens. And Sarah is there. Older. Still beautiful. Wearing casual clothes. Flour on her hands. She was baking. She looks at Jake. Her face goes white. Jake. Her voice is a whisper. Disbelief. Fear. Confusion. Hi, Sarah. Jake doesn't know what else to say. Sarah stares. Takes a step back. You're dead. You died. 2007 they told me. I know. I'm sorry. I was captured. I escaped. I'm alive. Sarah's legs give out. She sits hard on the floor. Jake moves to help but stops. A man appears. Running to Sarah. Sarah. Are you okay? He helps her up. Looks at Jake. Defensive. Protective. Husband body language. Jake sees the ring. Understands. I'm sorry. I should go. Captain Jake Morrison was 29 years old when he died. March 2007. Ramadi, Iraq. Infantry officer. Leading a patrol. IED ambush. His Humvee was destroyed. 2 soldiers killed instantly. Jake was thrown from the vehicle. His team was pinned down. Fighting. When the smoke cleared, Jake was gone. They searched. Found blood. Gear. No body. The area was hot. Too dangerous to stay. They had to leave. As soon Jake was killed. Vaporized by the blast. The army investigated. Declared him Kia. Killed in action. Body not recovered. Sarah received the notification. April 2007. 2 officers at her door. We regret to inform you. She collapsed. Didn't believe it. Couldn't. Jake was careful. Smart. He'd come home. But weeks passed. No Jake. The army sent his personal effects. Dog tags. Wedding ring. Blood on his uniform. Sarah held a funeral. April 2008. Empty casket. Arlington. Full honors. She buried her husband. Or tried to. You can't bury someone who isn't there. Jake wasn't dead. He was captured. Dragged from the ambush site by insurgents. Held in a basement. Ramadi. They questioned him. Beat him. Wanted intelligence. Jake gave nothing. Name, rank, serial number. The insurgents moved him. Kept him alive. Valuable prisoner. American officer. Leverage. Propaganda. They filmed him. Proved he was alive. But never released the videos. Kept him hidden. Moved him between safe houses. Iraq was getting too hot. 2011 they moved Jake to Syria. Civil war starting. Chaos. Perfect place to hide an American prisoner. Jake spent 6 years in captivity. 6 years of interrogations. Beatings. Starvation. Isolation. He survived by thinking of Sarah. Imagining her life. Hoping she was happy. He knew the army declared him dead. Knew Sarah thought he was gone. He didn't blame her. Wanted her to move on. To live. But he also kept planning. Watching. Waiting for a chance. October 2013. Syria. The compound where Jake was held got hit. Airstrike. Syrian government forces. The building collapsed. Guards scattered. Jake was locked in a room. The door was damaged. Jake kicked it open. Ran. First time outside in 6 years. He had no plan. Just ran. North. Toward Turkey. He knew the border was maybe 200 miles. Jake walked. At night. Hid during the day. No food. Drank from streams. Avoided roads. Avoided people. Just walked. His body was weak. Malnourished. But his mind was focused. Get to Turkey. Get to the embassy. Get home. After 2 weeks, Jake crossed into Turkey. Found a small town. Walked into a police station. American. I need help. U.S. Embassy. They didn't believe him. Thought he was crazy. But they called. The embassy sent someone. Jake gave his name. Serial number. Fingerprints. They verified. Called the U.S. military. We have Captain Jake Morrison. He says he was captured in Iraq. 2007. The military checked. Jake Morrison. He had 2008. Except his fingerprints matched. His DNA matched. He was alive. The army flew Jake to Germany. Medical evaluation. Debrief. Intelligence gathering. Jake told them everything. Where he was held. Who held him. What he saw. He was professional. Thorough. But detached. Like he was reporting someone else's story. The doctors were concerned. PTSD. Malnutrition. Trauma. But Jake insisted he was fine. Just wanted to go home. The army contacted Sarah. October 23, 2013. Mrs. Collins, this is the U.S. Army. We need to speak with you. It's about Jake Morrison. Your first husband. Sarah froze. What about him? He died. 6 years ago. Ma'am, that's why we're calling. Jake is alive. He was held prisoner. He escaped. He's coming home. Sarah dropped the phone. Couldn't process. Jake. Alive. After 6 years. After she buried him. After she moved on. Married David. Had Emma. How is this possible? Sarah told David that night. He was supportive. Of course you need to see him. He was your husband. This is unbelievable. David was a good man. Understanding. But scared. What if Sarah still loved Jake? What if this changed everything? Emma asked questions. Mommy, who's Jake? Someone I knew. A long time ago. How do you explain to a 3-year-old that your dead first husband is alive? You don't. Not yet. Jake arrived in the U.S. November 2013. The Army offered a press conference. American hero returns after 6 years. Jake refused. No media. Please. I just want to be normal. They agreed. Gave him space. Jake's parents visited. His mother sobbed. His father couldn't speak. They'd mourned him. Buried him. Moved forward. And now he was back. Jake looked different. Thinner. Harder. Beard. Scars. But alive. They took him home. Tried to readjust. But Jake was distant. Quiet. Polite but not present. After a week, Jake asked about Sarah. How is she? His mother hesitated. Jake, there's something you should know. Sarah, she remarried. 2010. To a man named David Collins. They have a daughter. Jake nodded. Expected this. Good. I'm glad. She deserves to be happy. Don't you want to see her? I don't know. I don't want to disrupt her life. But he did want to see her. Needed to. Just to know she was okay. Jake got Sarah's address. Still the same house. Their house. He drove there. November 2013. Stood on the doorstep. And knocked. Sarah invited him in. David was there. Awkward. Tense. Emma was at daycare. Jake sat on the couch. His couch. Different cushions now. Sarah made coffee. Nobody knew what to say. Finally, Sarah asked, "Where were you?" Jake told her. The capture. The 6 years. The escape. He kept it brief. Clinical. Sarah cried. "I'm so sorry. I thought you were dead. I waited. I tried. But after 2 years, I had to. I couldn't." Sarah, stop. Jake's voice was gentle. "You did nothing wrong. I was declared dead. You mourned. You moved on. That's what you're supposed to do. I'm glad you found someone. That you have a daughter. You deserve happiness. But you're alive. You came back. I came back to a world that moved on. And that's okay. That's how it should be." David spoke up. "Jake, I don't know what to say. I can't imagine." Jake looked at him. "You love Sarah?" "Yes. Very much." "And you're good to her?" "I try to be." Jake nodded. "Then you have nothing to apologize for. You were there when I couldn't be. Thank you." David wasn't expecting that. Neither was Sarah. Jake stood. "I should go. I just needed to see that you were happy. You are. That's all I needed." Sarah grabbed his arm. "Jake, wait. Where will you go? What will you do?" "I don't know. Figure it out. Start over. You can't just disappear again." "I'm not disappearing. I'm just letting go. You have a life. A family. I'm not part of that anymore. And that's okay." Jake left. Drove away. Sarah watched from the window. Crying. David held her. "Are you okay?" "I don't know. He's alive. Jake's alive. And I sent him away. He chose to leave. He's giving you space. He shouldn't have to. He's been through hell. And we moved on." David didn't have an answer. Because Sarah was right. They had moved on, built a life. And Jake's return didn't fit into that life. No matter how much they wanted it to. Jake moved to Montana. Small town. Quiet. Got a job. Construction. Physical work. Helped him process. He didn't talk about Iraq. Didn't talk about the 6 years. Just worked. The locals knew he was a veteran. Respected that. Didn't ask questions. Jake preferred it that way. Anonymous. Normal. Sarah called once a month. Checking in. Jake always answered. Always polite. I'm good. Working. Living. She wanted more. Wanted him to come back. Be part of their lives. But Jake refused. You have a family. I don't fit. It's better this way. It's not better. You're alone. I've been alone for 6 years. I'm used to it. But Jake wasn't just alone. He was lost. 6 years of captivity. 6 years of survival. And he came home to nothing. No wife. No home. No life. Just existence. The army offered therapy. PTSD treatment. Jake went. What? The therapist asked about his feelings. I feel like I died in 2007. And someone else came back. Jake Morrison is dead. I'm just wearing his name. The therapist said that was normal. Survivor's guilt. Displacement. Jake could work through it. Jake didn't go back. He didn't want to work through it. He just wanted to forget. In 2015, Sarah and David invited Jake to Emma's birthday. 4th birthday. Jake drove to Virginia. Stayed in a hotel. Showed up at the party. Emma didn't know who he was. Mommy, who's that man? That's Jake. An old friend. Jake brought a present. A teddy bear. Emma thanked him. Polite. But confused. Jake stayed an hour. Talked with Sarah and David. Surface level. Polite. Then left. Sarah walked him to his car. Thank you for coming. She's beautiful. You're doing a great job. I wish you'd stay longer. Be part of her life. I'm not her father. David is. I'm just a ghost. You're not a ghost. You're alive. Am I? Because most days I don't feel alive. I feel like I'm still in that basement. Still waiting to escape. And this life, is just another cage. Sarah didn't know what to say. Jake got in his car. Drove back to Montana. And Sarah stood in her driveway. Crying. Because Jake was right. He was alive. But he wasn't living. He was just existing. Waiting for something. Maybe waiting to feel human again. Maybe waiting to believe he deserved the life he lost. Sarah wanted to help. But she didn't know how. Because she'd moved on. Built a new life. And there was no room for Jake in it. No matter how much she wanted there to be. Jake still lives in Montana. Works construction. Lives alone. He talks to Sarah a few times a year. Birthdays. Holidays. They're friendly. Distant. Sarah feels guilty. Like she abandoned him. Jake tells her not to. You didn't abandon me. Life moved on. That's what it does. But Jake hasn't moved on. He's still stuck. In 2007. In that basement. In those 6 years. He's alive. But he's not free. And maybe he never will be. Because coming back from the dead isn't the hard part. The hard part is figuring out how to live again. When the world you knew is gone. When the people you loved moved on. When you're a ghost in your own life. That's what Jake Morrison learned. You can survive 6 years of captivity. You can escape. You can come home. But you can't come back from the dead. Not really. The world buries you. Moves on. And when you return, there's no place for you. Just the memory of who you used to be. And the reality of who you are now. A stranger. In a familiar place. Alive but not living.